Hi you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this was supposedly the video I was gonna post yesterday, the second video, but I was being lazy again, and so I'm only posting this video now. So I'm really sorry you guys, but today we're gonna talk about the final preparation. So this is the final steps for submitting a student visa application to Canada. So this is the final steps for you guys if you've already completed all the requirements like we talked about. So we're gonna discuss the final steps, so stay tuned for the rest of this video. So this is assuming you guys that you've already completed all the requirements we talked about. So I want to discuss again what are the requirements and how you can acquire those requirements, just to refresh you guys on the requirements. So we talked that you need your passport, of course, preferably the one that expires after 10 years. Then you have your passport size photos, you have certificate of employment if you're working, you have gotten your marriage license, and you've gotten your IELTS results already, and you've made your study plan already, your final study plan, and you have all the documents that you want to attach to your study plan. And I want to talk about your medical certificate. You can get a medical certificate if you take a medical exam in Manila. You can take a medical exam at IOM or St. Luke's. In Cebu, you can take a medical exam at Nationwide Health Systems Cebu Incorporation. So you can book an appointment in their website, or you can call them. You just have to search their contact information. But for Cebu, they do take walk-in applicants, but you have to be there before 12 noon. So I suggest if you want to do a walk-in, then be there at around 7 a.m. Okay, so be early. And then you also would need your proof of financial support. So in the proof of financial support, other than bank statements, bank certificates, and passbooks, if you have a sponsor, your sponsor does need to make an affidavit of support, a notarized one. So if you don't know what an affidavit of support looks like, I will link a sample down below so you can have a template of an affidavit of support. So if you've gathered all your documents and you think you're good to go, then let's start the final steps of submitting your student visa application. So this is for online submission. If you're gonna do paper-based, then just take all your documents and requirements and submit it to a VFS near where you live. Okay, so for online application, you do need a printer, a scanner, or a camera. Okay, so this is for online submission. And when I say that you need a printer, it's because for your IMM forms, the IMM forms that we've talked about, as part of the requirements that you need for a student visa application, that you would need to fill it out online, and then after you fill it out, you do need to validate it, and it will give you a barcode. Okay, so once you fill it out, there's a button on the form that you can press. It's called validate, and it will give you a barcode. And you have to print this directly from the computer that you filled it out on, because if you don't, then the barcode will be invalid or it will change. So you can't, like in computer shop, if you have to save it in order to print it out, then it will change. The barcode will not be valid anymore. So it has to be directly from the computer you're working on. You don't save it. It has to be like printed directly. Okay, so that's why you need a printer. And then you need to sign those forms. They do require your signature, and then in order for you to submit it online, you do need to scan it also. So most of your requirements will be on paper, obviously. So you do need to scan all those requirements in order for us to submit it online. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do, if we already have all our documents and requirements, is we need to make an account, a GCKey account. And you can go to cic.gc.ca in order for you to make an account. Punta po kayo dun at answer niyo po lahat ng questions nila and just answer truthfully. the first question they will ask is probably if you have a printer, scanner, or camera, and please click yes to all of it because you do need those things. And para po sa security questions, please remember your security questions and the answer, because pag mag-login po kayo sa account nyo, they will ask one questions from those security questions at kailangan po yun para ma-access nyo po yung account nyo. So always remember your security questions and the answer to those questions, okay? So make your account will be valid for only 60 days. Bibigyan ka po ng 60 days para makapag-submit sa online application nyo. So, only 60 days. In that span of 60 days, dapat nakapag-submit na po tayo ng lahat ng requirements and nakapag-submit na tayo ng application natin. Okay? So, if hindi pa po kayo complete sa requirements nyo, then don't make your GCK account yet. Okay, so just make your GCK account when you already have all your requirements and documents. Okay, so the next thing is since all of these will be scanned, I'm gonna show you guys how you can upload this in your GCK account. Okay, so I'm gonna show you my GCK account just so you can get a glimpse of what it will look like once you've made yours and you can prepare. Okay, so stay tuned. So this is what the GCK account will look like if you go to cic.gc.ca, guys, and just click English, or if you understand French, then go ahead. And it will lead you to this, and you can also see like other information about other applications like the visit visa, the working visa. Okay, so just click like sign in or create an account. And here, if you're doing SDS, then I think you can use this one because it is connected to banks. But if you're gonna do regular stream, then you need to do the GCK. Okay. The website really provides a lot of information. So you can sign up here, obviously, but I'm gonna show you guys what mine looks like. Okay. And just click continue. And then you're gonna read the terms and conditions and then just say I accept. Click I accept. So this is what I'm talking to you guys about. They're gonna ask you questions like this from the security questions that you made when you signed up. So they're gonna ask you that, and you need to remember the answer so that you can access your account. So mag-make ng account at answer ng mga questions nila. It will lead you to here. This is where you're gonna upload all your documents. Dito po. So this is where you're gonna upload your IMM 1294. Remember that we needed that? This is where you're gonna upload it. And this is where you're gonna upload your co-op. Evidence of work requirement and study. This is your co-op, the one in your letter of acceptance. And then this is where you're gonna upload your letter of acceptance, then your passport, your proof of means of financial support, the digital photo, your family information form or the IMM 5645. The client information form is where you're gonna upload your study plan along with other requirements about you. Okay, so your study plan and the proof of financial support are different. This is a different upload. So your proof of means of financial support should not be attached with your study plan because it has a whole other upload button for financial support. At dito, makikita nyo rin yung kailangan yung bayaran once nag-submit kayo. So 150 Canadian dollars and 85 Canadian dollars. A total of 235 Canadian dollars needed for you guys to submit online application. Okay, so that's what it looks like. So, question. Baka nagtataka kayo kung pwede bang i-upload each document. May sarili ba silang upload button for each document? Hindi po. Isa lang po yung upload button for each of those that you saw. So we do have a lot of requirements and we do have a lot of papers to submit. As I said, my study plan was 51 pages along with all my attachments. So, ang gagawin po natin ay lahat po yan, i-compress po natin and convert it into PDF file. So, the forms will be different. So the forms will be different. So, diretso mo lang i-upload yung forms. At yung letter of acceptance mo, diretso mo lang din i-upload. Your passport mo, diretso mo na din i-upload yan. Ang dapat na po natin i-compress and compile together are the proof of financial support and your study plan or client information. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make 2 PDF files from all of your requirements, okay? So first, let me talk about the proof of financial support. So dapat po dito ay lahat po ng requirements nyo or documents nyo that shows proof of financial support, ilalagay nyo po sa isang PDF file and you will compress it so that it will not be more than 4 MB. Okay? So, dapat po in order, may organized way kayo para ipakita sa consul officer yung proof of financial support nyo. For example po sa akin, when I made my PDF file for my proof of financial support, inuna ko po yung first sponsor ko, yung affidavit of support niya, then yung ID niya yung sunod, and then yung bank statement and bank certificates niya. And then my other sponsors next, I put her affidavit of support also after that, and then her ID, and then her bank statements and bank certificates. So make it orderly so the Canadian Embassy will not be confused with your files. But yeah, just make it organized. So you can compress all those in one PDF file and then upload it. Make sure it's not more than 4 MB. The other PDF file is your client information or your study plan. So lahat po dito yung mga requirements nyo about sa sarili nyo. That means like your marriage certificate, your NBI clearance, your diploma. This is also where you will put your diplomas and TORs and yeah, everything about yourself. So, yung ginawa ko po, una po talaga yung study plan. So, yung study plan ko, I converted into PDF files, and then all those requirements that I scanned, I also converted to PDF file, and then I compressed them, and then I attached everything, other supporting documents I had, like the things I declared in my study plan, like my certificate of employment, because I said that I was working in my study plan, and then my civil service eligibility certificate, because I did tell them that I passed the civil service exam. So I attached those, and I attached my home ties, and I attached possible other things that they might question. So like I told them I had 2 years of law school, so I also attached there my 2 IDs from my 2 years of law school. So every information you have about yourself, you combine it into one PDF file and compress it so it will not be more than 4 MB, and make it as orderly as you can. But the number one thing is for the client information is the study plan needs to be the first thing. When the consul officer opens your client information tab, then the first thing he's gonna see is your study plan along with the attachments that we just mentioned. Okay, so yun po, lahat po ng requirements nyo, you need to make it into 2 PDF files, which is one for financial support and then one for client information or study plan. Kasi isa-isa lang po sila ng upload button, so they need to see everything. Hindi po each malalagyan nyo ng document, isa lang po. So everything you want the consul officer to know and see, you need to put that into one PDF file. I'm gonna show you guys how to make all your requirements and documents be in one file. So we're gonna do 2 files since there's one for proof of financial support button, and there's also another upload for client information or the study plan. So we're gonna make 2 files out of all of our requirements, and I'm gonna show you guys how. So just go ahead and go to online2pdf.com. That's the one I use, but there's a lot that you can use. You just have to search on Google. And first we're gonna make the file for the proof of financial support. So this will include the affidavit of supports, the IDs of your sponsors, and their bank statements. So I'm gonna show you guys how we're gonna do that. Name all your documents so that you will not be confused of which document is which, and it will be easier for you to identify them because we are gonna be putting them in order. Best that you have like your own folder of all your documents. Files I have for my proof of financial support. So I have the affidavits of supports, the bank certificates, their IDs, their ITRs, and their passbooks. So I'm gonna make all of these into one file in order for me to upload it on my account under the proof of means of financial support. When you guys go to online2pdf, it has a converter and a compressor, so you just have to select the files, and as you can see, I put it in order. I have 2 sponsors here, and they are Jennifer and Imelda. So the order I did is I put Jennifer's affidavit of support first, and then her identification card or ID, her bank certificate, her passbook, and then her ITR. And then after that, I put Imelda's affidavit of support, and then her ID, her bank certificate, her passbook, and then her ITR. So it's well organized. And when you click convert, it will all be in one PDF file. And what's nice about this is it automatically downloads your PDF, so that all of those papers are now in one file. The file was 7.1 MB. We do need to compress it in order for it to be 4 MB or less. So what we're gonna do is go to compression on the online2pdf.com site and just change the DPI to 150 or 96. We're gonna go with 96. And then we're gonna select that file that we made. So it was this one. And then we're gonna convert that file so it will not be more than 4 MB, because that is a requirement on your GCK account that the files you upload should not be more than 4 MB. So now the conversions. So see how the file is now not more than 4 MB. That we're done compiling all of our requirements for the proof of financial support, we can now upload that file in our proof of means of financial support in our GCK account. So the next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys how to make one file of all of your information, including your study plan and your attachments to it. So we're gonna make all of those documents into one file like we did in your affidavit of support. Basically, for our study plan and our client information, we just did the same thing as we did in the financial support. So first, I put my study plan. Always put your study plan first on top of the file. So first, I'm gonna put my study plan, and then I put my birth certificate, and then my diplomas and transcripts of records, and then I put my passport, the passport I use for all my documents, so my renewed passport, and then I attach my IELTS score, my NBI clearance, my student payment, which is the receipt I paid for the school, and then I put my medical form, my COE, my civil service eligibility, my passport stamps, to let them know about my travel history, my 2 IDs from my 2 years of law school, my mom's birth certificate, my mom's marriage certificate, and then
my refusal letter from US tourist visa, and then my MRR, which is the vaccines I had during my medical. So these documents are all my requirements, and we're gonna put it into one file in order for us to upload this in our GCKey account, because remember, we only had one upload button for the client information, and all of these should be in one file. Okay, so you're just gonna convert it like we did in our proof of financial support, and then we make sure that there is a compression so that it will not be more than 4 MB. Make sure the resolution should be DPI low resolution 96, or it could be 150. It depends on how many files you have. So it should not be more than 4 MB. So just have to visit this site or other sites that you know of that converts and compiles documents into one file. Now that we compiled all of our requirements, we can now upload it in your GCKey account. So the PDF file we did for a proof of means of financial support should be uploaded here, and then the study plan that we made and all, which we combined all of our documents, is dito po natin i-upload. So kaya po natin ginawa yun kasi one upload button lang po for each. So dapat kinumbine natin lahat. One for financial support and one for our client information or study plan. So sa iba po nating documents like our co-op, your letter of acceptance, diretso na po natin i-upload dito kasi may sarili na po silang upload button, like our passport and our photo. Yung forms natin, may sarili na din silang upload. So pagkatapos po natin i-upload lahat, kailangan po lahat may file kasi required po lahat yan. Magbabayad na tayo ng ating application fee and biometrics fee. So you must have a debit card or credit card para po maipay ito. Kung wala po kayong debit card or credit card, I suggest you ask help from a friend or relative if meron silang debit card or credit card, tapos bayaran nyo na lang sila. Kasi kailangan po yan para ma-submit natin ang online application. After that po, matatrack nyo na yung application nyo. So in about an hour or after a day, they will confirm your online application transmission and your submission confirmation. May times na baka bukas, after kayo nag-submit, they will give you the biometrics collection letter. So dito na po kayo pupunta ng VFS near where you live, and you will give your biometrics, and you have to print out this letter so that they'll know that nag-request na yung embassy ng biometrics nyo, okay? And you will give your biometrics there. And then the next letters you're gonna have to wait for is your correspondence letter and your original passport request. So this is where you'll know that your visa has been approved. So tingnan nyo po yung timeline ko. Nagsubmit po ako ng July 4, and then I got my decision at July 31, 2019. But don't paste on this po because it would really depend on your case and your application kung gaano katagal sila magbigay ng decision, okay? Where you can also track your application. So just log in every now and then to check your application after you have submitted your application.
You do need to schedule an appointment for your biometrics, and you can do this in in online. Just search VFS Global and the province or town where you live and see where you can give your biometrics, and they will give you right away your schedule. And when you get there, you most probably would not need to pay for anything more. Just bring extra 200 probably, because they might because they might charge you for like a locker if you're gonna be there alone and you have stuff that you brought with you, like a bag. They might charge you for a locker, and they might charge you for a fee, for a SMS fee, track your application that they be texting you or something. But yeah, you just need to bring additional like 200. I think that's all you really need to bring. So after you've done your biometrics, then you have to wait. It's the waiting game. We don't really know when you're gonna get your decision, but we just hope for the best. And after that, if you do, hopefully, I'm rooting for you guys, get an approval, they will then send you a correspondence letter and an original passport request. So this is where you're gonna request, they're gonna request your passport so you guys can be stamped already if you've been approved. And then this time you need to go back to the VFS that you had your biometrics, but you don't need to book an appointment anymore. You just have to drop your passport, and then they will tell you that it takes about 3 to 5 days to process so you can pick up your passport. They will give you a choice to pick it up, or you can have it delivered to your house. But they do charge for this, and they do still they do charge for SMS also, so that you can track where your passport is. And it's really nice because they do it really quickly, and they really update you through text message where your passport is so that you can pick it up. So after that, then you guys are all good, and they will send you your approval letter and then your co-op that you need to submit also to the school portal. If you have if you are going to a college in Ontario, you need to submit to your school your visa and your approval letter so that they'll know that your visa is okay and you are gonna go there and study. So those are the final steps, you guys. And it's not over yet. There are a lot of things you need to prepare also once you get your approval, and I'm gonna do a whole new video about that too, like what you need to bring, what's the next step, how do you communicate with your school, what's next after you get approval. So I hope this has been a very helpful video to you guys, and I hope that you do reach this stage that you are finally gonna submit your online application. So, and if you are on the stage already, congratulations, and I hope for the best for all you guys' application. And if you have any more questions regarding the final steps of submitting your online application for student visa, then please don't hesitate to ask me. Follow me on my Instagram because I do reply and I really want to help you guys, okay? So I hope this has been very informative for you guys. Thank you po sa lahat na nag-subscribe, nag-like, and nag-support ng mga videos ko. I hope this is really something that will help you in your future plans in Canada. So thank you guys, and I'll see you soon.